Okay, so Amit, you are going for interview of ISRO, right?
Yes, sir.
ISRO. So before we start it with me, Virender Saklani sir and Vishal sir are also joined. So
Yes.
we want your brief introduction.
Yes, sir. My name is Amit Yadav, and here in this college, like in NIT Trichy, I am fourth year mechanical engineering student, and I did my schooling from Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, district Jalon. So basically, my native place is Uttar Pradesh. And after class 12th, I decided to take mechanical engineering because when I was in class 12th, I was very much interested to study physics, especially engineering and mechanics. So at that time, I was thinking like in mechanical engineering, I will study all those things in detail. So mechanical engineering was my first preference. And sir, I am proud to say that in entrance examination of Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya, I secured first rank in my district. Yeah, sir, that's it.
Okay, so Amit, आप ISRO आपका बीटेक फाइनल ईयर का प्रोजेक्ट क्या था?
No, sir. I am yet to complete my final year. I am in fourth year.
हाँ, but what is the project? You must have started working on project.
No, no, sir. I will start working on my project in my eighth semester.
8th semester.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
sir.
are you eligible for ISRO then, being in final year,
Yes,
7th
sir.
semester?
No, 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 sir. See, ISRO is recruiting. Campus recruitment is there in my
Campus
college.
recruitment के लिए you are going for, right?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes.
When is the recruitment process?
20. This coming
20th of this
20.
month.
Yes, sir.
And they have given you any kind of, I mean, rounds? How many rounds are there for recruitment?
No, sir. Like only single round. That is personal interview. That's it.
That will include technical as well as HR.
Sir, I don't know, but yeah, only one interview will be there, and they will ask only technical question as of my knowledge. I don't know
Technical
exactly.
only, right?
Yes, sir.
Technical only.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyhow, your favorite subjects?
Yes, sir. My favorite subject is thermodynamics, applied thermodynamics, heat transfer, fluid mechanics. Actually, sir, I am yet to prepare fluid mechanics and SOM theory of machine, but yeah, my favorite subject is thermodynamics and applied thermodynamics. That's it.
Okay, but we will explore all the options, right?
Yes, sir.
Ask you questions from all the domains.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Actually, sir, I was supposed to see all the videos, but from yesterday itself, I am very busy. That's why I was not able to see all of your all your videos. Like your videos are
Not a
there
problem. Not a
in
problem. So can we start asking you questions now?
yes, sir.
Can I start from thermodynamics?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Amit. Tell me, Amit, what is the outcome of second law of thermodynamics? What do
Yeah,
you
sir.
get out of it?
But sir, should I tell all the statement of second law of thermodynamics?
No, I'm asking second law of thermodynamics tells us about something.
Yes, sir.
What is that thermodynamic property?
That is entropy.
Entropy. So how do you define it?
That thermodynamics, the outcome of second law of thermodynamics is that it is not possible, like in every irreversible process, there will be a generation of entropy.
No, I'm asking how do you define entropy?
So entropy is the degree of randomness.
Okay, suppose there is a glass of water lying at your table.
Yes, sir.
Its entropy is increasing or decreasing, or it is remaining constant as of
No,
now.
sir. Sir, sir, only glass of water, open system, its entropy will increase.
Why it is increasing?
See, sir, one second, sir. I can't say like its entropy will increase. Suppose that some heat is entering into the system, then its entropy entropy will increase. And suppose that glass of water, the temperature of water is higher than the ambient temperature, and heat is that glass of water is rejecting the heat. Then in that case, entropy is decreasing. And suppose that there is no heat interaction, no heat is entering, no heat is rejecting, in some irreversible process is going on, so even in that case entropy can increase. See, the thing is that entropy can increase only by two ways. One is irreversibility and other is heat transfer. The heat transfer to the system can only increase the entropy.
Work input cannot increase entropy.
Sir, suppose that you have a work input, but that is irreversible work, that can increase the entropy.
Every process is irreversible, Amit.
Sir, every process is, but in ideal case, we assume that this process is reversible.
But I'm not talking about ideal. I gave you real life problem. I said there's a glass of water on your table. Will its entropy, as of now, its entropy is increasing or not? That is my question to you.
Sir, it depend on like, sir, it depend on how, sir, it is, suppose that, sir, in according to your question, there is no heat interaction with the water, no heat interaction.
Yes, there is no heat interaction.
Then in that case, its entropy will, for sure, its entropy will increase.
Will increase.
Yes, sir.
Why? When there is no heat interaction, why it will increase?
Because irreversibility.
Irreversibility of what type?
So it will have some, it will have some interaction with the environment. So
What kind
that
of interaction?
sir, this is a open system. Sir, that water can evaporate, and it, sir, water can that
अच्छा, अगर
atmospheric
वाटर इवेपोरेट हो रहा है तो ग्लास ऑफ वाटर का टेम्परेचर बढ़ रहा है, कम हो रहा है?
if water will evaporate, then glass it temperature will decrease because it
अगर
will take
टेम्परेचर डिक्रीज हो रहा है तो सिस्टम की एंट्रोपी बढ़ रही है, कम हो रही है?
no, sir. Actually, you gave the condition like there is no heat interaction. In that
Evaporation
case,
is heat interaction.
of course, sir, it
Is
a heat
evaporation is heat interaction?
yes, sir, it is a heat interaction.
लेकिन टेम्परेचर ग्लास के, पानी का और रूम का तो सेम है.
Yeah, still it still it will take the heat from the glass of water.
Why?
Because
उसके लिए
it is-
टेम्परेचर डिफरेंस होना इज इम्पोर्टेंट, नो?
no, sir, for evaporation it will take the heat from water, sir. Like it depend on the pressure difference, like the that vapor pressure of atmosphere is like, sir, what
अच्छा,
I
मेरे
can
को एक
say?
बात बताओ,
Sir,
मेरे को
one
एक
minute.
बात बताओ.
Yes, sir.
आपने पानी के गिलास के ऊपर बोला, आप बोल रहे हो,
Yes,
तो
sir.
जो आपकी साउंड है, वेव,
Yes, sir.
वो पानी के अंदर एनर्जी दे रही है, राइट? पानी वाइब्रेट कर रहा है,
Yes, sir.
उससे पानी के मॉलिक्यूल की एनर्जी बढ़ रही है, कम हो रही है? रैंडमनेस बढ़ रही है, कम हो रही है?
So it will increase.
तो व्हाट इज दिस?
Sir, it's
दैट
entropy.
दिस जो आप एनर्जी दे रहे हो, दैट इज नॉट हीट.
Yeah. See, that is a see. I am like giving some input, but that is irreversible. That's why because of irreversibility, entropy is increasing, not because of work input.
ओके, कैन यू राइट द सेकंड लॉ थर्मोडायनामिक्स का?
So should I write in a paper and show you?
Yes, yes. You write in the paper and read it out.
Okay. Okay, sir. There are the second law. Yeah, there are two statements. First is Planck statement. According to the Planck statement.
No, no. I am saying equation. Equation. Statements नहीं बोल रहा हूँ मैं. मैं बोल रहा हूँ second law of thermodynamics की equation लिख के बताओ.
Second law of thermodynamics equation. Sir, I know statement, but according equation, how I can write equation? Is it like delta S is equal to the integrating del Q upon T plus I? Is it a equation of second law of thermodynamics? I am not very sure. Like delta S is equal to the integrating del Q upon T plus I.
अच्छा, अब मेरे को एक बात बताओ. मैंने एक कोल्ड ड्रिंक है जिसका टेम्परेचर 15 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड, 15 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड.
Yes, sir.
कोल्ड ड्रिंक, राइट?
Yes,
और
sir.
उसको रूम में रखा जिसका टेम्परेचर है 30 डिग्री सेंटीग्रेड.
Okay, yes, sir.
एंट्रोपी चेंज बताओ कितना होगा?
Sir, and sir, room, sir, it, suppose that first thing it will lose the heat, and at some time, like after some time, it will reach at the temperature of 30 degrees Celsius. So the like the temperature that it will lose, because of that, its entropy will decrease, and there may be some interaction with the environment which cause irreversibility. So there are two cases. Like one is irreversibility, which will increase the entropy, and lose of heat, rejection of heat will decrease the entropy. So the net will be the resultant of these two effects.
कैसे निकालेंगे?
So yeah, so suppose that we are assuming there is no irreversibility. It is like reversible heat rejection. In that case, we will integrate dq upon t. dq upon t, sir, c into mc into dt upon t. Now integrating mc into dt upon t and mc into ln t2 upon t1, and final will be final temperature will be 30 degrees Celsius. 30 plus like t2 upon t1. Like final t2 is 30 degrees Celsius. We will place it like we will write the value in Kelvin, and T1 is I think 15 degrees Celsius. We will write the value in Kelvin. So that is mc into ln t2 upon t1.
ओके. और मेरे को ये बताओ कि अगर मैं ग्लास आपको पानी का दे दूं
Yes,
जो
sir.
रूम टेम्परेचर पे है,
Yes,
तो
sir.
उसकी एंट्रोपी कैसे निकालोगे?
Sir, there is no change in volume. Let's say, see, one equation is there. Delta S is equal to the mc into ln t2 mcv into ln t2 upon t1 plus r into ln v2 upon v1. And now I will see, like in final state, there is change in volume or not. You are saying there is no change in volume, no change in temperature, then there will not be any change in entropy.
I'm not asking you to calculate change in entropy. I'm saying what will be entropy at this state.
So entropy is a state function that I will see from the table, from temperature and like whatever condition is there, and with that I can get that entropy from the table.
अच्छा ठीक है, मेरे को बताओ जो पेन अभी आपने पकड़ा इसकी पोटेंशियल एनर्जी कितनी है?
Sir, potential is depend on the reference. Which reference you are calculating the potential energy? Suppose that you are
the same answer is there for entropy also. When you want to calculate entropy at a state, you need to decide the reference. Then only you can calculate entropy at a state.
Yeah.
So can you tell me what is the reference?
Yeah, 0 Kelvin. At 0 Kelvin, entropy is 0.
0 Kelvin? Third law को violate कर दोगे?
No, sir. What I mean, at 0 Kelvin, entropy is 0.
Are you sure? 0 Kelvin होता है?
0. No, sir. We are not able to achieve 0 Kelvin. When temperature tends to 0, entropy tends to 0.
तो इस पेन की पोटेंशियल एनर्जी बताओ कितनी निकाली तुमने अभी?
Sir, like mgh and whatever the reference. Suppose that ground is the reference, and I am sitting in the first.
कितना लिया? H कितना लिया?
Sir, H is this state. I think it will be 1 meter something.
तो यार सी लेवल ले लो ना, सी लेवल ले लो, क्या प्रॉब्लम है? 500 मीटर ले लो, त्रिशुरापल्ली में हो ना तुम, 500 मीटर ले लो सी लेवल से.
Sir, I am not aware of what is the sea level of this.
Sea level. I am giving you sea level से अगर तुम 500 मीटर पे बैठे हो तो 500 मीटर लेने में क्या ट्रबल है?
No problem. I can take. Suppose that mass is what is the mass of this system? I think 10 gram or something. Yeah, 10 gram or 50. No, 10 gram only. 10 into 10 to the power 3 into 9.81 into 500. After that I will calculate 0.5 into 9.81. If 5 into 9.81, sir, can I take g is equal to the 10? Then it will be 50.
मेरा पॉइंट ये है कि सी लेवल पे रेफरेंस लेना वाज रॉन्ग, एंड व्हाई आई टोल्ड यू टू टेक सी लेवल, वो गलत रेफरेंस है, बिकॉज यू आर टेकिंग 0 केल्विन एज अ रेफरेंस, और मीनिंग दोनों का सेम है. 0 केल्विन रेफरेंस नहीं लेते. जो मैंने तुम्हें प्रॉब्लम दिया था ग्लास ऑफ वाटर इन रूम, उसके लिए रेफरेंस 0 केल्विन की रिक्वायरमेंट नहीं है. सोच के बताओ क्यों?
Sir, because in we can't achieve a 0 Kelvin. That's why we can't take.
तुम 10 केल्विन में नहीं ले सकते हो, 100 केल्विन में नहीं ले सकते इस केस में. I'll say you will take 0 degree centigrade. Tell me why.
Yeah, sir. Like 0 degree centigrade, not exactly 0, but 0 degree centigrade, and around that is a triple point of water. That state is exactly fixed.
That is also not the reason.
Actually, what I wanted to tell, like in triple point, everything is fixed. We can't change everything. We can't change anything. So we can take that as a reference.
अच्छा, अभी तुम्हारे रूम में अगर फैन चल रहा है तो फर्स्ट लॉ ऑफ थर्मोडायनेमिक्स लिख सकते हो इसके लिए? रूम इज अ सिस्टम एंड फैन चल रहा है रूम के अंदर. इसके लिए मेरे को फर्स्ट लॉ ऑफ थर्मोडायनेमिक्स लिख के बताओ.
According to first law, sir, delta Q is equal to the delta U delta W. And now heat transfer to the system. The heat transfer to the system is 0. According to heat transfer to the system is 0, and delta U is there and delta W, because electricity is doing work. So the work done by the electricity is equal to the change in the work done by the electricity. Yeah, sir. Work is done by that work is done on the system. Then delta W will be negative. So the work done by the electricity is equal to the increase in the internal energy of the system, because electricity is coming from the outside. So work done by the electricity is equal to the increase in internal energy of this room.
Good. Siglani sir.
Okay, so Amit, I'll ask some question from the strength of material, right?
Yeah, I will try to answer.
Okay, so you already know the factor of safety.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yes, sir.
Why do we apply factor of safety?
Sir, suppose that we are designing something, and we don't know exactly in the practical situation what type of stress will act on this body. So if we apply a sufficient factor of safety, then even in the worst condition, this material can survive.
But you carry out the calculation, you already know that what is going to be the yield strength, what is going to be the, let us say, ultimate strength, all those things you know properly.
Yeah, sir. See, sometimes we are using some material which, let's suppose the theoretical value of like steel is there. We know the strength of steel, but the material which are using, it may have some defect, so it may break even below that defect, even below that strength, even before reaching that ultimate strength, it may break. It may break. What I want to tell, sir, suppose that we know the strength of a material, but that material, the material which are using for designing a substance, it may have some defect, so it may break even before reaching that ultimate strength.
So it is just because material may have defects, so that is why you take the factor of safety.
No, sir, no, only not this is the reason.
Then?
And sometimes sir, we don't know, suppose that we will use this material throughout the future, like it will have some life, so the coming next 1 or 2 years we will be using this material, and we don't know what type of stresses will act in this material. Suppose that we are designing a pull, that bridge, so sir, we don't know how much load at a certain condition can act. And one more thing, it may be subjected to some fluctuating load, so that is a different thing.
Okay. Okay. So have you heard about bars of uniform strength?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Have you heard about bar of uniform strength?
Yeah. Bar of uniform strength. Yeah, like all over the length, strength is same. Bar of uniform strength. Yeah, sir. One thing we can say, like in a tapered, suppose that one bar is in the tapered shape. Then in tapered shape, as we move up, then the weight of bar will increase. So correspondingly increase, area will increase, cross section area will increase. So at every height it will have same strength, uniform strength.
No.
Sir,
Why we say bar of uniform strength? Why we call it as a bar of uniform strength? Why we don't call it as a bar of uniform stress? And what is the need of like having a bar of uniform strength? What is the benefit that you are going to draw if you are having a bar of uniform strength?
Yeah, see, sir. Suppose that some bar is there, and it have a particular weight. So as we move up, the weight of bar will keep on increasing.
No. I'm talking. Let us say that bar is horizontal. Let us say cantilever.
Yeah. So in that
Let us
case,
say I'm talking about you are having a bar which is acting as a cantilever.
yeah. So in
Can
that
I make it as a bar of uniform strength?
yeah, sir. Suppose that there is a cantilever beam. It is subjected to a bending moment. Then as suppose that there is a point of application of force, as the distance from the point of application of force will increase, the moment acting the moment due to this force will keep on increasing. So if we increase the size, like, then in that case it will become a bar of uniform strength.
If you increase the size, then obviously what is going to happen is you are going to, let us say, the stress will decrease, isn't it? Let's say if I have given an initial diameter of design diameter, let us say D,
Yeah.
right, which is required to carry that load, and if I will increase the diameter towards that fixed end, then obviously the stress is going to decrease. It is not going to have a constant value or degree, like kind of.
No, sir. What I'm saying, suppose that, sir, can you see the 1 second?
Okay. Just let me know what is the benefit. Just let me know why we talk about the bar of uniform strength. What is the benefit that you're going to have a, let's say you're having a bar of uniform cross section and a bar of uniform this uniform strength.
Sir, suppose that we have a bar of uniform strength, then in that case, the material used in the place where it is subjected to the less stress is less, but the place where it is subjected to the high stress, at that point material used is high. So according to the variation of the cross section area vary according to the stress variation
Mm-hmm.
in the bar of uniform strength. That's what I mean, sir. What I mean, sir. No, sir. One second. Sir, can you see? Hello, sir. Can you see a paper?
Mm-hmm. Can you bring it a little closer?
Yeah, sir.
Yes,
I am
yes,
talking about this.
yes, yes. I got your
So
point.
suppose that the one force is acting here,
Mm-hmm.
and this force suppose that this is a neutral axis, and because of this force here.
So can you let me know any particular application where you may have find this kind of design, where
Yeah,
as you are moving away from that
yeah,
end
yeah,
towards a fixed portion,
yeah,
fixed end, that cross sectional area you're increasing.
yeah. That support below the bridge. I have seen support. They have designed the support, concrete support. Is
Mhm.
the cross section area of support. Suppose that this is a support, and we have support like this. This. Then here the cross section area keeps on decreasing.
Mhm.
I have seen this, like in the
Okay.
support which are used to weight, what I can say, the pole which are used to support the weight of bridge.
Mhm. Okay. So there's a term called as limit of proportionality.
Yeah. Like in stress diagram, sorry, stress strain diagram, there is a term which is called limit of proportionality. And after that, if you increase, like below that limit, increase in the strain is directly proportional to applied stress. But
Okay.
after that,
So after the limit of proportionality point, you are having a yield point, this elastic point, like,
yeah,
right? So
yes,
we say that Hooke's law is valid within the elastic limits,
yes, sir,
right? Am I
yes, sir,
correct?
yes, sir.
Is the statement correct that Hooke's law is valid within the elastic limits?
Hooke's law is valid within the proportionality limit. That is a statement. Yeah, Hooke's
Most of
law is
the
valid
time, we
within
have
the.
found a statement that Hooke's law is valid within the elastic limits.
Sorry, sir, I didn't get you.
Most of the time, you will find the statement that Hooke's law is valid within the elastic limits.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Why do we say so?
Because beyond that, Hooke's law is not valid. Because after that, material behave in a plastic manner,
Mhm.
and only then material is perfectly elastic, only below the elastic limit only. After that, it will become plastic. That F is not equal to the K into X. At
That
that, like
means
stress.
after limit of proportionality, material is not elastic.
Yeah, sir. It is not elastic. Yes.
Then what kind of material is it?
No, sir. I am not saying material is not elastic,
Mhm.
but it's stress. Like stress is not directly proportional to the strain
Mhm.
after proportionality limit.
Mhm. Okay. Okay, you are having a LPG cylinder at home,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Can you draw the Mohr circle for that?
Yeah. LPG cylinder Mohr circle for that. Uh, sir, that is a hydrostatic. Yeah. LPG cylinder force will act. Yes, sir. We are assuming like LPG cylinder is cylindrical in shape. So one stress will be PD upon 2T and other will be PD upon 4T.
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
So how does this particular Mohr circle look like?
Yeah, yes, sir. I am telling. Okay.
Okay, log.
Is it visible?
Yes. Is it on negative or positive x-axis?
Negative side.
Mohr circle is going to be on negative side.
Yes, sir.
Why?
1 second, sir. Sorry, it is a mistake, sir. More circuit should be in positive side because the resistance stress will be tensile only. Yeah, if the whole circle will be on positive side only. Sorry, sir. By mistake I did that.
So how is it going to fail? Let us say even if this particular cylinder fails, then in what mode it is going to fail?
What mode?
How will it fail?
Sir, when PD upon 2T is greater than PD upon 4T, the longitudinal stress will be more than that hoop stress. So it will fail in a longitudinal way.
It will fail in longitudinal way.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
PD upon 2T is greater than PD upon 4T. That's on that basis I am telling.
In what particular plane? In which plane it is going to fail? You mean to say it is going to fail at 0 degree plane or what? So where do you have the maximum value of the shear stress in this case?
Sir, at a plane 90 degree to the axis, shear stress will be visible.
Is it on the Mohr
No,
circle
no, no, no,
or
sir.
actual?
No, sir. In Mohr circle, it will be at a plane 90 degree, but in actual case, it will be at a plane 45 degree to the longitudinal axis.
Okay, so there you're going to have the maximum of your shear stress.
Yes, sir.
Material is ductile. Material is ductile, right?
I don't know cylinder material is ductile or yeah, of course in most of the cases we use ductile material.
Okay, so then how is it going to fail? If you are having a ductile material subjected to this tensile stresses in two perpendicular axes,
Yeah.
so where is it going to fail now?
So along sir, the two tensile stresses, so it will fail along the axis which have more tensile stress because see in two perpendicular axis you are saying only tensile stress are active, so only these
I'm not saying, you are saying. You are saying it is in two perpendicular axes, tensile stresses are acting.
yeah.
Am I correct or not?
Yeah.
Or will they be compressive in nature?
No, they will not be compressive. They will be tensile in nature.
That's why.
Yeah, so it will fail along the axis where PD upon 2T stress will act because that is higher.
Okay. Okay, so okay, one last question I can ask you is can you draw the stress strain diagram for a ductile material in shear?
Stress strain diagram for a
Stress strain diagram, that means shear strain diagram for a material, ductile material which is subjected to, let us say, in shear, pure shear. Let's say specimen is of mild steel.
Yeah, I know stress strain diagram subjected to tensile stress or compressive stress, but I don't know that shear stress diagram.
You know the compressive, okay, let's say you are having that mild steel specimen and it is subjected to compressive stresses. So how this particular diagram of this particular material in compressive stress and compressive strain is going to be different from the tensile stress, tensile strain diagram?
It will be in third axis.
Okay, let it be. Okay, leave aside if let's say you superimpose it on the tensile stress and tensile strain diagram. So will it be similar or will there be any difference?
So there are some materials which behave like some material have their behavior in tension and compression almost same, and in some material it is sir, it will be different. See why? Because the that what I can say. 1 second, sir. Please give me a minute. In case of tension, cross section area keeps on decreasing. but in case of like compression, cross section area keeps on increasing, so it will be different.
How? That's what I am saying. How will it be different?
So it will be below the tensile curve.
Below the tensile curve,
Yes, sir.
area will increase, so obviously it will go down. That's what you're saying.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's the same. I think it is the same. Then why that diagram does not go upward? Conventional stress strain diagram after that ultimate strength. Why
Sir,
it comes
because
down?
sir, generally we use engineering stress
I'm
strain.
talking about the engineering stress strain only. Their area is decreasing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And here that diagram is also coming down after the ultimate point. And
Yeah,
here also we are saying that area is increasing. Still the diagram is coming downward. How can it happen?
yeah, sir. One second. Actually, in case of engineering stress strain diagram,
Mhm.
sir, because we in engineer we assume that area we does not consider the change in the area. Only in actual stress strain diagram we consider the change in area. If we draw the actual stress strain diagram, then it will go up only. It wouldn't come down. But engineer,
Okay,
yes,
you
sir.
mean to say if area is increasing, so that diagram of this compression will be little lower than that particular tensile stress strain diagram. That's what you are saying, right?
That's what I am thinking, but I am not pretty sure like how it will behave. So
Okay.
generally, sir, one second, I have seen like in the diagram in third axis where it keeps on increasing only. It wouldn't decrease in case of compression. And sir, I don't
You
know
have
much more
seen.
about. Yes, sir.
Mhm. You
You
have seen, but you don't know the reason. That's what you are saying, right?
see, sir, I have never studied much more about this compressive
Okay, okay.
stress in a diagram.
Okay, so I think Vishal sir, you can proceed.
Yes, sir. Sandeep, yes, Amit, sorry.
Yes, sir.
Amit, can you tell us about convection heat transfer? What is convection heat transfer?
Yeah, sir. Suppose that in heat transfer there is bulk motion. Then in that case, it will be a convection. Suppose that one heated plate is there and water is flowing over it, then it will transfer the heat through convection.
Okay. You know about thermal boundary layer thickness. What is thermal boundary layer thickness?
So the temperature, like, sir, one second. Thermal boundary layer thickness, the thickness above which variation in temperature is negligible. One thing we can say. Sir, at that
Variation in
time, one
temperature is
second,
negligible.
sir, one second. T minus T infinity upon T naught minus T infinity is almost equal. It become like 0.99.
What? Actually, I'm not getting your point, Amit.
Yes, sir.
What do you want to say?
I am explaining. Sir, at the boundary layer thickness, at the boundary layer of like thermal boundary layer, the temperature is almost equal to the temperature at far away from the that heated surface. What I mean,
Okay, fine. Okay, fine, Amit. That is about at the end of the boundary layer thickness. But
yes,
I'm
sir.
saying, what is boundary layer thickness?
Sir, the
What is boundary
thickness,
layer region? What
yeah,
is
yeah,
boundary layer region?
yeah. The region in which variation of temperature is significant. There is a significant variation in the temperature.
Okay. Okay, fine. So you know about by which number we establish a relationship between hydrodynamic boundary layer thickness and thermal
Yeah,
boundary layer thickness?
Prandtl number.
What is that relationship?
Yeah, sir.
What is that relationship?
Prandtl number is equal to the mu into Cp upon K. Actually, this is, uh, yeah, sir. K, mu into Cp upon K, and give me 1 minute, I will explain it. It is alpha
Okay,
upon
sure.
nu, like thermal diffusivity upon momentum thickness. is nu upon alpha, like kinematic viscosity upon thermal diffusivity, because kinematic
yes.
viscosity represent like momentum diffusion, and alpha represent thermal diffusion. So it is the
That's
ratio
fine.
of that.
That's fine. That is Prandtl. Yes, that is Prandtl number, na, Amit.
Yes, sir, yes, sir. You want to know
I'm
like,
asking you the relationship. Yes,
yeah, yeah.
relationship between
Sir, if,
delta and delta thermal.
yes, sir, yes. If Prandtl number is greater than 1, then in that case thermal boundary layer is less than the that velocity boundary layer. And if Prandtl number is equal to the 1, then thermal boundary layer is equal to the velocity boundary layer. If Prandtl number is, yeah, one I have said Prandtl number greater than Prandtl number equal to the 1, and the third condition is Prandtl number less than 1. Thermal boundary layer is greater than the velocity boundary layer.
Okay. So, Amit, can you tell us what is the critical Reynolds number for the floor flat plate?
Yeah, yeah, 5 into 10 to the power 5.
5 into. Suppose, Amit, if there is some fluid flowing over a flat plate, and the Reynolds number is less than that only, less than critical Reynolds number.
Yeah.
So for that flow, can you tell us what is boundary layer thickness delta?
Yeah, yeah. Sir, actually one equation is there, Blasius equation. Boundary layer 5 into x
Okay.
upon root of re into x. At a distance x
Okay.
from the like starting point, at a distance x, thickness of boundary layer will be 5 into x upon root of re into x. But this thickness varies according to the flow. Like every time we can't use Blasius equation. Blasius is most common equation that generally we use. Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes.
But
Can you tell us for which type of velocity profile? Yes.
sir, your picture is
Yes.
paused. Like there is some internet issue or some problem is
Okay.
there.
Don't worry.
Sir,
No problem. You're getting a voice clear.
no, sir. Your voice is
My
also not
voice is
clear.
clear to you.
Now it is clear. Sir, not audible.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am,
you
my
can,
voice.
Amit, you can continue. I think you are audible to him.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Yes,
Yes.
Amit, my question is to my last question to you, for which type of velocity profile we write that particular Clausius equation or something like that, like 4.6x by under root Rex. For which
Yeah.
type of velocity profile we write that equation for delta?
Yeah. Sir, this is Blasius velocity profile, and I don't know the exact velocity profile. That I don't know exact expression for that velocity profile. Actually, there is some there is some differential equation, third order uh, exact differential equation, and with that we relate it. Hello.
Okay. Yes, Amit, yes.
Yes, sir. I said like I don't know about this exactly what is the velocity profile.
Okay. Okay, Amit, let me give you feedback first, then Vinay sir and Saklani sir will also interact with you.
Yes.
Amit, first thing which I found, like you need to work on your communication, na? Actually,
Yes.
you're facing some difficulty in explaining. You know the things that impression we are getting. Ki, like basics are clear, but
Sir, you are not audible.
Okay, Amit, what sir is saying is like you need to be very, very clear in your expression.
Yes, sir.
Explain slowly, explain even by writing, and your expression should be really good. That is what he's saying. You should clearly
Yes.
mention that, right?
Yes.
Now, as far as my subject is concerned, you know, I strongly recommend you to watch those marathon videos of
Yes.
thermodynamics, fluid mechanics, strength of material, because
Yes.
your basics are not very clear about these subjects. How to calculate
Okay.
entropy and what is entropy. Second law can be written as ds is equal to dq by t plus ds generation. It comes from Clausius inequality only. So if you want to calculate entropy change, ds is equal to dq by t plus ds generation.
Yeah.
And ds can be calculated for different substances. Like if it is ideal gas, then ds ka formula is there in pressure, volume and temperature. If it is liquid or solid, then mcp t2 by t1. If you have to
Yeah.
calculate entropy at a point, you need to define a reference, and reference should be defined as per the system. So suppose I'm sitting on the top floor and I want to calculate potential energy of the pen on table, then I will take it with the reference to the table only. Sorry, base only, because if the pen falls, it will fall on the surface only, not on the ground floor, not on the sea level. Similarly, if you want to calculate entropy at a state, you need to define the reference as per the system, not 0 Kelvin. So normally for room, it is 0 degree centigrade. And
Yes.
next question was fan wala, you answered properly. But still, I am of the opinion that your basics you need to revise. So just go through those videos so that your level is increased.
Yes, sir.
Fine, Amit?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Siklani, sir?
Okay, Amit. So again, I think some of the initial questions that I asked you, you answered them properly, but again, you are having the issue of putting the things in a proper manner, right?
Yes, sir.
You tried to explain, but you were having difficulty in explaining those basic concepts, right?
Yes, sir.
Just try to work on that. Just a little bit you can reduce your pace also if you find difficulty, so that you can express yourself in a better way. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And some question that I asked you, I think they were very basic question, but you need to go through again, as Dr. Vijender said.
Yeah,
So you
yeah,
need
yeah.
to watch those videos. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Just watch those videos carefully. I think you will get answer to all those questions. For
Yeah.
example, I spoke to you about Mohr circle. Initially, you draw it in a very wrong way. You interpret it in a very wrong way, and then later on you corrected it. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And then when I asked you how is it going to fail, then obviously because maximum shear stress is going to be act at the 45 degree plane, and since the ductile materials are weak in this shear, so obviously it is going to fail at that particular 45 degree plane, right? So just go through those videos, and also I asked you about this shear stress and shear strain diagram. So it is going to be more or less similar to that of this tensile stress, tensile strain diagram for those materials, particularly ductile materials, but it is of relatively lesser height, almost half the values that you are going to get in the tensile stress, tensile strain diagram.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I read it like Rankine theory, it is like 0.5 or something.
Right. So, and then I asked you some questions related to your tensile stress and tensile strain diagram. So just go through those also. I think you will get all the answers over there if you go into the video, right? So I think because tensile stress strain diagram that you are having, you are saying the cross-sectional area is constant. But over here, see, you are saying that the cross-sectional area is increasing in compression. Then obviously think of the situation where you are compressing something. Area will increase, but the force required to deform the further will tremendously increase. Right?
Yes.
And the force will increase even though the area is increasing, but the increase in the force is too large, and therefore it will increase. So that is why you are saying that you have seen some of the diagrams where you are having in the negative as the third quadrant, but the diagram was going downward. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
So that is the reason. That means force was too large compared to the increase in the area, so that has to. So if you just overlap it, then obviously it is going to increase. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So just Amit, go through all those videos. I think you will get maximum answers. I think that you are having related to your basics.
Amit, it is a campus placement, so level of the student preparation is not very high. You have the opportunity, but just go through those marathon videos, because your level compared to those who are already graduate and are writing ISRO written exam and then going for interview is quite less. Your level is quite less compared to those students who have cleared GATE, who have cleared written test exam. You are a college graduate and your level is not that much, and nor that much level is expected. But still, if you come to one level, then it is easy way to get into ISRO through placement. So just revise those, sit today and revise those marathon videos. Thermodynamics, fluid mechanics, strength of material. Marathon videos हैं, उनको बार-बार सुनो, right?